Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, showing you guys some love. Today we're going to be talking about a new release, and then I'm going to give you some of my favorite leather fragrances, leather, suede, and silk fragrances in my collection. So these are notes that I weren't really too keen on buying, especially blind buying when it came to perfumery. I would say within at least about a couple years ago. So about maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I dipped my toe into leather, silks, suede, and then I just evolved. My fragrance scent has evolved, and I've been loving heavier notes, but very well blended leathers and silks and suedes. So we're going to be talking about a new release today on top of some of the ones that I think that you may like out of my collection. You know, some are resinous, some are light, some are airy, some are luxurious, you know, some are playful, you know, some are super sophisticated. So if you want to hear about these leathers, suedes, and silks, please continue to like, comment, follow, subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button right now, y'all, so you don't forget, so you don't get caught up into my video. Hit it right now, thumbs up, turn on those notification bells, all that good stuff, y'all, and let's get started. Leave me your scent of the day down in the comments, and if you follow me on Instagram, then you'll know my scent of the day. So I decided I wanted, you know, something fruity, but I also wanted something light and airy as well. We're not doing leather today, you guys, okay? It's about close to the upper 80s outside today. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of running around. So today I reached for a blue talisman, and yes, I need a bigger bottle of this baby here. It is absolutely amazing, fresh, airy, you know, very ethereal orange blossom. There's some pear in here. There's some, I think there's ambroxan in this fragrance as well. There's some aquatic notes or fresh notes in this fragrance. Stunning, but I also wanted to make it a little sweeter. And I did not want to be cloying while running around today. So then I added some Passesoir on top, you all. These two are both amazing fragrances. And if you have these fragrances in your collection, please do yourself a favor and layer them. They are gorgeous together. This gives it that little bit of zestiness. I think they both have the note of ginger inside, but they're both fresh. But of course, the iris, the orange blossom, and the sweetness of this fragrance, they just go together, you guys. So get your nose on these. So like I said, leave me your scent of the day down in the comments, and the weather where you are right along with your scent of the day, so I can, you know, visualize them and correlate them together. So the very first one we're going to talk about is by the house. You guys know that this is in my top 5 fragrance houses of all times, okay? They are exquisite. They are luxurious. They are just, fragrances are perfected, you know, and I absolutely have fallen in love with this fragrance house over the past year and a half. Everything that they put their hands on, the perfumers, especially the last 2 creations, which I have here, but we're going to talk about the latest creation, which was released yesterday, October the 20th. And this is the new Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. This is Bond Street leather, you all. So I'm going to give you the notes of this fragrance, and then we'll move forward from there. You guys know that I really wasn't a huge, if you don't know, I really was not a huge leather fan. You know, I love soft leathers. I love very refined leathers. Very exquisite, luxurious, and very well blended leathers. That is the only way that I am going to wear a leather fragrance. If it's harsh, if it's dark, if it's because some leather fragrances can smell a little oily. If it's like that, then I am not going to wear it, you all. So anyway, let me give you the notes of this fragrance. So in here, I was super excited when I did the review of Shoddy of Trouble in Paradise. And they kind of gave us a little bit of a teaser saying that there was a marshmallow fragrance coming out. So in this fragrance, you have your marshmallow. Okay, you have some bergamot, you have some mandarin lemon, geranium, ylang-ylang ginger, leather oud, and some, I think they use Florentine iris in this fragrance. So initially when I sprayed this, I know you guys are thinking I'm just gonna go crazy like I went crazy for Tales from Zanzibar, but y'all, it's a little different, okay? So I'll let you know towards the end. So I'll give you the inspiration behind Bond Street Leather. There is an area in Mayfair, London that has it's the most upscale area. So that was the inspiration behind the fragrance. Shadi Samra is the perfumer for this fragrance as well. Like I said, he did Trouble in Paradise, which like it's a lifer for me, okay? Mango, oud, leather, all that good stuff. So the same perfumer as in Trouble in Paradise did this one. So Bond Street Leather is inspired by the most exquisite neighborhood, the most upscale, luxurious neighborhood, expensive neighborhood in London. It's a very affluent neighborhood. They have the best leather shops, the best jewelry you can find in London, the best restaurants, the most expensive homes. Like I said, it is a very affluent, upscale area of London that you must visit when you go to London. I have not been there. I've seen pictures, but it is definitely on my list, especially because this fragrance has inspired it as well. So they have the most luxurious leather goods. There's rows and rows or blocks and blocks of refined, luxurious leather goods. And that is what Memoirs created. That is what Memoirs got their inspiration from, was this neighborhood in Mayfair, London. So like I said, in this fragrance, you know, you get the notes of marshmallow, ginger, all these citruses, beautiful leathers, ouds, and some iris. So you do need to be a semi-leather lover to love this fragrance. I do want to kind of push you all to test leather, suede, and silk fragrances. And this is one that I think you all would absolutely love if you are not too keen on leather fragrances. So when I initially sprayed this fragrance, I did get a lot of leather. Upon initial spray, I got a lot of leather, I got a lot of iris, and I didn't get any of the other notes. So I was like, wow, this is a leather and iris fragrance. So like I said, I received the package and I came home from work that night and I sprayed the fragrance. I was stressed at work, you know, headache, you know, and I just had a hard like 3 days of work. So I sprayed this fragrance, and I always say, spray fragrances when you are relaxed, you know, when you are in your most relaxed and calming mode, so your brain's relaxed, you know, everything's not constricted and restricted and like some temporary hypertension, because you're not going to get all that is in the fragrance. So I was like, okay, so I'm getting leather and iris. So I put the fragrance down and I was like, okay, I'm not getting too much of anything else. You know, where's the marshmallow? Where are the citruses? Where's my ginger? So the next time I went back and I sprayed it again, and I said, okay, I'm getting some citruses. I'm getting a zinginess. Okay, this is nice. But the very first day I was shocked. I was like, leather and iris. Wow, this is a beast. So the next day I went back, day number 2, I got a little more. And I still worked that day. Day number 3, I got a little bit more. And day number 3, and activating that atomizer, I'm pretty sure helped in the process. Day number 3, it was fresh, it was bright. I got that really juicy, zesty, zingy bergamot. I got the ginger in here. I got the mandarin in here. I wasn't getting the marshmallow as much, but I got a slight sweetness from the fragrance. And it almost smelled a little bit more like vanilla. So day number 5 is when I got everything from the fragrance, okay? So I was off for a couple days. Actually took this fragrance to work, and I had my coworker sample it. Now, there was one that did not like the fragrance, absolutely did not like it. She's a patchouli lover. Her name is Betty. Hey, Betty, if you're watching this. She didn't like it. This is a unisex, slightly, I wouldn't say masculine leaning, but I know in the fragrance community, when you hear leather, you think it's masculine leaning, but I would say this is definitely a unisex fragrance because of all the other bright notes, like the Ylang-Ylang in here. Yes, there is Ylang-Ylang, my favorite yellow floral. And it was absolutely amazing to me on the 5th day. Now, this is a unisex fragrance. It may lean masculine to a nose that is not used to leather fragrances, but to me, it's straight up and down unisex because of all the other, you know, beautiful notes supporting that leather note. So now when the atomizer, y'all, let me tell you, apparently they have, you know, upgraded their atomizers. I love their atomizers on all of the other fragrances as well. But this one right here, let's go ahead and spray it. Check it out. Also, I'm skipping over a couple things. So the bottle's stunning. The same bottle. I love their packaging. It's sleek. It's simple. It's exquisite. It's clean. You know, they line up very well together. The label is beautiful as well. It's like a gold hue. You got the tree of life. The top is heavy metal. And then there's a beautiful portrait of Mayfair and Bond Street leather. This is the leather district in London. This was hand painted by an artist. I'm not sure which artist it was, but it's a watercolor painting, and they put all of the beautiful artistry that they have, inspirational artistry, on the back of their bottles, you all. So this is Mayfair, with an inspiration of Bond Street leather, and it is it's a gorgeous portrait. So I am loving that. So let's get into the atomizer. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray. Oh my gosh, you guys know that Kayali has my favorite atomizers. Who else has amazing atomizers? Electimus has amazing atomizers. Roge's atomizers are nice, but Electimus and Kayali, beautiful atomizers. This one, y'all, I was like, oh, this is a whole, like, it's a whole shower. It's beautiful. So let me go ahead and spray this so y'all can see. Look at that. So cohesive. Now, in the opening, what I get from this fragrance, I do get that beautiful note of citrus, the yellow florals, Ylang-Ylang, the brightness of the bergamot. You get that creamy iris in here. It is not a lipsticky iris, but the iris adds to the creaminess of the leather. This leather in this fragrance, it doesn't smell like a harsh, a harsh dark leather. This leather smells like, I did a reel over on Instagram. It smells like a very smooth leather, a creamy leather. It almost smells like a white leather, or a white or a cream leather. Very clean, very sterile, you know, a leather that has been processed, you know, just, it's beautiful. Absolutely stunning leather fragrance. Now, when it comes to the marshmallow, I was super excited about the note of marshmallow when I heard it. I thought it was going to be like a really rich, sticky, sweet marshmallow. I would say 100% this fragrance is like 10 or 15% sweet. When it comes to the marshmallow. Now, it is not the actual marshmallow that you're getting. It is the dust, the powder on top of the marshmallow combined with the iris that you're getting in this fragrance. That being said, if you think that it is a sticky sweet and you want like marshmallow for days, you can get another marshmallow fragrance and you can layer it with this one, you all. But y'all, this is the most beautiful leather fragrance, beautifulest leather fragrance that I do have in my collection. I love the fact that they added that Ylang-Ylang, the ginger, you know, that iris to kind of sweeten it up to make it a little delicate. It is absolutely stunning. They are exquisite when it comes to niche perfumery. And I love the entire house, and I will stop talking about it. But yes, leather, when it comes to leather, this is like a very elegant, very refined, you know, very just kind of like a subtle leather, but beautiful at the same time. The performance on this is a beast. And like I said, a lot of my coworkers, they mentioned that they like unisex fragrances. Those that are into a lot of like Le Labo fragrances at work that I did spray this on, or the Parfums de Marly fragrances, they absolutely love this fragrance. And y'all, I love it too. I did layer this with a couple of fragrances to sweeten it up. I did do a couple of spritz of Love Don't Be Shy because I was super excited for a sticky or sweet marshmallow. So I layered this with Love Don't Be Shy. Y'all know Love Don't Be Shy is heavy, so I didn't want to drown it out. But this, y'all, this wouldn't drown. This would drown out Love Don't Be Shy. So I did 4 spritz of Love Don't Be Shy. I also layered this with a little bit of Saffronade, and then I layered this with Istanbul. So I've been testing it with layering because I was super excited for that Marshmallow, but I love the cohesiveness and the refinedness of the leather and all of the other beautiful bright citruses, and the Ylang-Ylang and iris in this fragrance. I am really starting to love iris, y'all. Not a lipsticky iris, but a very fresh, a very organic smelling iris, a very raw smelling iris. And this is it, y'all. So get your nose. If you want to dip your toes into the notes of leather, then you need to try this fragrance. If you are a leather connoisseur, a leather lover, then you definitely need to try this fragrance, you guys. Bond Street Leather by the House of Memoirs. And y'all, that was a long review, okay? The next we're gonna talk about is another leather love from the house that, y'all, this one stole my whole heart. And look at that. It is my favorite mango fragrance. I did do a decant of like 5 mLs from this fragrance, but y'all, I literally wore this fragrance and I need a backup bottle, okay? This is a leather. It is, I think there's cognac in here, y'all. This is so good. It's cognac, it is cardamom, it is mango, it is leather, it is oud. This is Trouble in Paradise. It's boozy, it's sweet, it's juicy, all of that. And I'm not going to keep running my mouth about it. I do have a dedicated review on this fragrance and I will link that one down below. But y'all, another stunning leather fragrance that you need in your collection. My 2 favorite from the house, because I know you guys are going to ask, is this one and Tales from Zanzibar. I'll link my reviews down below because I have a couple of reviews on this fragrance house. But y'all, this one right here, my top 2. I would say number 3 or number 4 would probably be Bond Street Leather, because I do love the creaminess. It's slightly elegant too, because of all those other florals. But the top 2, this one and Tales from Zanzibar. A Night in Marrakesh is beautiful. Lost in the Desert, all that good stuff. So the next one we have is by the House of Kayali. Now, this is literally rich vanilla creme brulee and leather, you all. So in this fragrance, there's golden rum, brown sugar, there's royal oud, but I get that rich note of creamy leather and creme brulee or caramel inside. This is decadent, okay? It is a gorgeous leather, slight gourmand leaning. Love it. I am obsessed with Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli. You need to get your nose on this. I do have a backup bottle. I've put a little bit of a dent in this fragrance as well over the summer, okay? So I did wear this in the summer. I love this. Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli. Not a safe blind buy, but absolutely love that leather, creme brulee, that caramelly, vanillic, oudy scent in this fragrance. Gorgeous. The next one is Chelsea Nights, and this is a newbie. There's a note of suede in this fragrance. So y'all, we gotta be going back and forth between like suede and leather. There's a note of suede in here. Oh, I love this. There's rose in here. I think there's rose and tuberose in this fragrance, or there's tuberose. So in Chelsea Nights, you have your saffron. That is what it's making it very bright and fresh. Saffron, you get that cacao. It almost smells a little hazelnutty. I'm not sure if there's hazelnut. Cacao, absolute. There's tuberose, myrrh, cedar, oud oil, amber, vanilla, suede, patchouli, and patchouli oil. Y'all, this is the most amazing suede leaning gourmand fragrance. Now, I do have another one, but y'all, the cacao in here, the saffron, the tuberose, it smells like there's a little bit of a pink rose in here as well. To me, this is unisex feminine leaning because of the sweetness and the florals in here. If I ran out of this fragrance, I am repurchasing and buying it again. I love Chelsea Nights by Bond No. 9. It smells like no other. Very unique and exquisite, gorgeous, decadent, rich, all that, y'all. Get your nose on Chelsea Nights. The next one is, of course, no other than YSL's Baby Cat. So in Baby Cat, I think you have the note of leather in Baby Cat. So there's leather. Baby Cat is so good, you guys. This is good. There's pink pepper. There's black pepper. And Baby Cat. I thought I wrote this stuff down, but maybe I didn't. But anyway, I know that there's pink pepper. There's black pepper. There's I think this smells like there's saffron in this fragrance as well. You know, I get that olibanum or that frankincense in here. It smells like there's frankincense and myrrh, a lot of rich vanilla. Y'all, this is gorgeous. But off top, I get like a rich saffron, pink pepper, black pepper. It's spicy, but not irritating spicy, not cloying spicy. You can't overspray this fragrance. I did once and I'll never do it again. I think I will limit myself to 8 sprays of BABYCAT and be done. Most amazing. I wore this in the summer to a Jill Scott concert, and I was outdoors though. It was beautiful. The sillage is gorgeous. But that pink pepper brightens it up, makes it absolutely stunning. Get your nose on BABYCAT, but I think there's a suede in this fragrance, a suede accord in this fragrance that is gorgeous. All right, the next one we're going to talk about is by the House of Amouage, and this is Overture. To me, if you like Triumph of Bacchus by Argos, just imagine a little bit of leather, okay, in here, and a little bit of olibanum or frankincense. And there's frankincense and myrrh in this fragrance too. But you get that apple, you get that Calvados, which is a really refined brandy. The apple Calvados, you get some geranium, which gives it a little bit of a rosy scent, you know. This is stunning. I love this. But off top, you get the apple in here, a little bit of that leather nuance, but you get the warm spiciness, almost like an apple pie. There's cinnamon in here as well. So it's almost like an apple pie with a little bit of clean leather, and some Calvados and some booze, you guys. This is it. And to my people that love Amouage, don't just test this fragrance, because it's not giving you all unless you actually wear the fragrance for a day. The sillage is amazing on this fragrance. So if you're spraying this on your hand, just testing it by that, no. Wear the fragrance for a day and I guarantee you'll fall in love with it and you'll get multiple compliments. Amouage Overture Woman, get your nose on this. The next one is by the House of, and yes, this one has a note of suede in there. This is Narciso Rodriguez, Musk Noir for her. Y'all, this is beautiful. It's ambery. It's clean. There's musk. There's suede in here. It's gorgeous. I think there's some rose or peony in here as well. There's some vanilla in here as well, but it is very clean. It almost smells like a floral, clean, slightly fruity, musky scent. I love this one, and I don't wear it enough, and I am pulling it out because it's heavy enough to wear in the fall, but you get a beautiful pink, almost like a pink suede, a fresh pink musky suede from this scent, you guys. But you gotta love the note of musk to wear any of Narciso Rodriguez fragrances, aside from Poudre, because that's giving me like powder, okay? Not really musky in the dry down, but very powdery and sweet in the opening. Get your nose on this one. Beautiful, stunning fragrance, and very clean as well. The next one is no other than My Beauty African Rose, a beautiful note, literally African leather, if you know African leather, with some warm spiciness. Oh, it is so good. Some rose, some geranium. It is gorgeous. So if you love African leather, then I'm sure you're going to love African Rose, because it gives you a beautiful rose on top of a beautiful creamy vanillic leather scent. It's stunning, okay? The next one we're going to talk about is My Baby, my top 10 for lifer, and this is Dries Van Noton. Now, Dries Van Noton has a silk accord in there. I think this is my only fragrance with a silk accord on this tray. Or maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, so there's a beautiful note of a black currant. There's chestnut in here. This is so good, y'all. There's rose and there's a silk accord. I'm going to link my review down below on the House of Dries Van Noton, but I love every single one of their fragrances. I even love the cannabis, which is a little too heavy for me to wear. I love the fig, which is a very bright, fresh green fig scent. They have another one, but even the masculine scents by Dries Van Noton, I absolutely love those. But this, you definitely get like that wavy silk black currant. You know, it reminds me a little bit of a One Umbrella for Two minus the tea note and a silk accord in here, you guys. Beautiful chestnut rose. silk, and black currant note. You guys get your nose on this one. Also by the house of Dre Van Noton, you have Flor Dumal, which is stunning as well. Literally, Flor Dumal is the scent of suede, a little bit of sandalwood, and a beautiful, like, not peachy, but a beautiful, lush apricot note. I was trying to think of the word, but it smells very luscious, like the fuzziness, the not a peachy, like that fuzziness on the apricot. You know how you bite into sometimes overripe apricot? It's a little mushy and fuzzy, but you get that sweet apricot scent. That is what Flor Dumal by Dre Van Noton gives you. Love this fragrance. If I ran out of this, I would definitely repurchase. I hate when I show you guys like dirty bottles and I pick them up my fingerprints, but y'all, the bottle's gorgeous and I love the scent. So literally suede and a fuzzy apricot, gorgeous. Also, they love the note. My two favorite fragrance houses that love the scent of leather and suede is Dre Van Noton and Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. You also have suede in Rock the Myrrh. So in Rock the Myrrh, this is a beautiful myrrh olibanum vanillic suede fragrance, very resinous, very rich, but literally warm, spicy. There's pink pepper in here, but you definitely get that suede or leather accord, but it lists the note of suede. This is so good, you guys. Woo! These fragrances literally give you scent-gasms, okay? Anyway, Rock the Myrrh is stunning. This is the most famous out of this, in that collection. Rock the Myrrh is most famous in the Middle East. Americans haven't caught on to it yet, but the one that sells the most in the Middle East is Rock the Myrrh, you guys. It is gorgeous. Get your nose on this fragrance. The next one we're going to talk about, one that gives you a suede, beautiful suede ambery scent with some florals. It smells like a strawberry to me, suede and amber. And this is Rosendo MATEAU number 5. Everybody knows about this fragrance. But I get if you, like I said, if you love amber, then you need to get your nose on Rosendo MATEAU's fragrances. But ambery, I get like a watery strawberry, a slight floral nuance, and some suede from this fragrance. Beautiful, slightly sweetened vanillic scent as well. It's beautiful, a lifer for me. Get your nose on this fragrance. I want to say Memoirs, but no. Rosendo MATEAU number 5. Also, we have the newly Nishan X. You get the DNA of Nishan 100 Silent Ways with that tuberose, but you get a little bit of leather in this fragrance. There's leather, there's orris butter in here, but you still get that DNA of 100 Silent Ways. If you like black opium, if you like... there's another one by, what is the fragrance house? Anyway, if you like black opium, then just think of an airy, more airy black opium with a little bit of leather in there. If you haven't smelled the original Nishan 100 Silent Ways, you can kind of reference it to black opium with a little orris and a little leather, a little creamy leather, y'all. This is absolutely stunning. I love them both. I can't say I love the original versus this one because the original brings that more of an elevated, fresh peachiness, zinginess from the, you know, it's not so demure and subdued from the orris butter and the leather, but I love them both the same. I don't love one more than the other. I love the EDP, plus I love the extrait of the X as well because of the added leather and orris. You guys get your nose on this. It's beautiful. It's not this is a beautiful leather. If you want to dip your toes into leather and you love a feminine fragrance, then you need to try Nishan 100 Silent Ways X. If you love the EDP and you want to dip your toes into leather, then try this one as well. All right, the next one is a beautiful, this is Goldfield and Banks, and this is a beautiful leather in here. Very vanillic, you know, almost reminds you of a baby cat as well, but this is creamier. It's beautiful, leather, vanilla, it's warm, spicy. There's saffron in here to make this absolutely stunning and fresh. It gives it a good take on leather. It almost reminds me of, I'll talk about this one, and this is Celestial by Amir. This almost gives me like well, this is a dupe of Ganymede, you guys. So get your nose on this fragrance, and it was less than $30 US. So this is a dupe of Ganymede, which gives you that suede, airy, fresh Baccarat Rouge 540 scent because of that saffron on top of the suede scent. But I love Ganymede, and I have a sample of Ganymede, and I think I prefer the Ganymede Extrait because of the additional note of Immortelle, but I love this one as well. So this one is very similar to this, but this one has a lot of vanilla inside, you guys, and a lot of saffron, but they're very both fresh, airy, and a lovable scent. So get your nose on Goldfield and Banks, Silky Woods, a lot of vanilla. It smells like Ganymede if you smell Ganymede with a lot of vanilla and saffron. And this one is literally the dupe for Ganymede. Smells like 99%, you guys. Get your nose on these fragrances. We're almost done, y'all. The next very slightly feminine leather scent that I absolutely love is Le Copy Tow by the House of Xerjoff. It gives you that peachy strawberry leather. It's beautiful. It's creamy. It's still fresh. It's not sickly sweet, not too sweet, but a very luscious peach and strawberry, very refined peach and strawberry with a beautiful leather note. Le Copy Tow by the House of Xerjoff. And then we have another one, last but not least, is one, and this is by the House of 5 Cents, okay? This is very fruity, but you do get the note of lychee in here. There's lychee, a beautiful lychee, and a rose in here, but there's a note of suede in this fragrance. Y'all, this is $30, I think $60 at Sephora, but you can get the travel size for $30, but I completely did not realize that this had the note of suede inside. I do love it, you know? So let's go ahead and smell this again. So it's beautiful. It's very creamy, lush, but it has that lychee and that rose in here that I absolutely love. Y'all, I love 5 Cents. I think this one is Catching Feelings. Get your nose on this fragrance. I will link my 5 Cents review down below. So which reviews did I say? I was going to link my Dre Van Noton. I was going to link my Memoirs. I'm going to link my 5 Cents review down below, you guys. Get your nose on the entire house. I love Catching Feelings. I love, anyway, I can't remember all the names, y'all. All right, go on to the world, spread amazing sillage, do good, be good, and leave me your favorite leather, silk, or suede fragrance down in the comments, you guys. And get your nose on this baby right here, Bond Street Leather. Very inspirational fragrance by the beautiful upscale affluent area in Mayfair, London, you guys. Oh, too many words to remember, but I love it. But like I said, if you are looking for a hefty, sticky sweet marshmallow, this is not your girl, but you could definitely do some layering and still get that luxurious leather scent as well, on top of that Ylang-Ylang and ginger, you guys. All right, go on to the world, and you guys, love you all. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.